let's get started just like normal here. So we're finding that length through our spine here. Chin tucks back for 10. Ready? Begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's reset. Make sure we've got that length for our head turns. Ready? Begin. 1, back to center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we're going to move on into our warm-up portion here. We're going to start with a bent elbow fly and heel tap. So if you're seated, this is what this is going to look like, okay? And if we're standing, same thing, just from a standing position. Our second warm-up exercise is going to be our goalpost hinge. So we'll hinge, slide, bring it back down to that goalpost and up. So if we're seated, we're going to hinge forward, open up, pull it down, back up, okay? And then our third one, we're going to go into lateral shift. So if you're seated, we're lateral tapping out towards the side. And if we're standing, we're shifting side to side. And then our fourth and final exercise is our backstroke with rotation here. Okay, so that's going to look the same seated or standing. All right, so 30 seconds each, 3 rounds, no rest in between. We're starting with that bent elbow heel tap. Ready? And begin. Here we go. Ooh, that's so loud, guys. Turn that down a little bit. So we're thinking of getting a little stretch through the front of the shoulder, squeezing those shoulder blades together, activating those muscles in our upper back. All right, heel tapping here, warming up our ankles and calves. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go ahead and stand about shoulder width apart. All right, if you're standing, if not, you're seated. Hinge, extend, pull it back to that goalpost, and back up. Lateral shifts are next. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go even wider with that stance. If you're standing, okay, shifting, pushing that hip back, driving back up. If you're seated, remember it's those alternating lateral taps. Just remember it's hip back versus knee coming forward when you shift, okay? Your heel should maintain contact on that bent leg side the whole time. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bring it back to center, seated or standing, backstroke, rotation. We're going back to that goalpost fly with that heel tap next. 2, and 1. Okay, here we go. Stretch in the front, strengthen the back. Okay, upper back's strengthening, activation, upper chest stretching and activation. And okay, come out to shoulder width here. You're standing. We're going to hinge, extend, slide it back, up. Okay. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're gonna come up even wider now. Lateral shift. If you feel okay here and you want to give a cross-body reach, you can, just an option. You could also, if you need a little more balance, hold a chair up front. Remember, hip back versus that knee coming forward when we shift. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Bring it together. Backstroke rotation. Five more seconds here, and then we're just going to go through one more round, starting with those goalpost flies and that heel tap. Ready? Begin. Final set here. Just 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, goalpost hinge. Ready? I'm gonna go ahead and come about shoulder width apart with those feet if you're standing. Just 10 more seconds here, and then our final set of our lateral shifts. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, coming out a little bit wider, or you're doing your lateral taps if you're seated. Remember, hip back so that heel maintains contact on the floor, and you can drive up through it. Five more seconds here, then we're going to that back stroke rotation to close it out. And here we go. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guys, warm up is complete. We're going to move on. We've got 3 45-15 blocks, and then we have 1 block to finish. That's just going to be 3 exercises, 30 seconds each move for 3 rounds. It's going to be 2 cardio moves and an active recovery for that last set. Our basic traditional work in our first 3 sets. So our first one we're going to do is our balance goalpost fly. Okay, so half the time on one side, half the time on the other. If it feels very challenging and you'd like to march it instead, this is another great option, okay? After that, and that's gonna look the same seated too, okay? You can hold half the time seated here, okay? You can even extend the leg long if you'd like here. And then after that, we're going to go into a goblet sit squat. We'll hold our weights. We'll do a goblet front squat. We can hold 2 weights or 1 right here, okay? As we're doing our sit squat. And then our last one is our back, forward, knee, back, forward, knee, okay? So if you're here, you're doing seated, you're just alternating your knee raises, okay? All right, first block, balance, goalpost fly. Let's get ready. 45 seconds is going on the clock. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Remember, if half and half is too much here, just march it out. Find a focal point. Three, 2, 1. Switch your sides. Five more seconds here. Woo. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, moving on to our front squat. You can take 2 dumbbells like this, okay? Or just 1 like this, okay? If you're seated, you're going to do an alternating leg extension. Here we go. We're going to tap it down, up. We don't want to get too comfy in our chair today. We're just kind of gently tapping it down and then coming right back up. 1 or 2 dumbbells or body weight if that feels best too, okay? Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Weights aside. Back, back, forward knee so that we land on the other knee. If you're seated, remember you can just alternate your knee raises. Ready? And begin. After this one, we're back to the top for round 2 with that balanced goalpost fly. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Whew. Back to the top. Okay, balanced goalpost fly or that march, seated or standing. Ready? And begin. And let's get ready to switch here. Other side. Five more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Going back to that front squat, sit squat. Remember, either 2 dumbbells like this, or you can hold 1 like this, okay? Ready? And begin. If you're seated, remember it's that alternating leg extension. Fifteen more seconds here. 10. 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Back, forward knee, or if you're seated, that alternating knee raise. 5 seconds. Ready? And begin. Whew, 10 seconds. And we got one more set before we move on. 3, 2, and time. Okay. One more set, final set of our balanced goalpost fly here. Deep breath. Let's get ready and begin. Let's get ready to switch in 3, 2, and 1. Other foot. Woo. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay. Back to our front squat. Remember, 2 dumbbells or 1. Okay. On the seat and drive it back up, or give me that alternating leg extension if you're remaining seated. Ready? And begin. Feet are about hip to shoulder width apart. Tap it down. Drive up through the heels. Halfway. Ten seconds. 2, and 1. Oh, okay, guys. Back, forward, knee. And we are moving on to our next set, right? Whew. 5 seconds, we're starting. Ready? And begin. Gives us a moment to shake out all that work we did here. Still working the heart in the process. Just 10 seconds. 5, 2, and 1. All right, guys, nice work. Let's take a little break here, get a drink. And we're going to follow the same pattern with different exercises for our next set. So we are starting with our bow and arrow row. Okay, so similar to our warm-up move, but I want you to think of like if we're sliding on a track. Okay, so from the side, my elbow stays in line with my shoulder. I follow my elbow with my eyes. Okay, and my hips are staying forward here. Okay, bow and arrow row. All right, then we're going to go into our hinge and row. So we're going to grab our weights on either side. Hinge, row, our pinkies towards the pocket. Use the hamstrings and glutes to stand. Okay, that is our second group. And then our last one is a jack press. So we're pressing up. Okay, if you want to use a light dumbbell and give like a 45-degree press up, you can do that. I'm going to stay body weight because I find them to be intense. But if you have like a 1-2 pound dumbbell and you're ready to challenge yourself, go for it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so bow and arrow row is going to look the same seated. All right, let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. The important thing here is we're trying to keep our arms shoulder height, elbow shoulder height, palm shoulder height. And we're thinking of like if we were sliding our arm, our forearm against a ledge or something, right? It wouldn't allow us to drop. Working our posture muscles and thoracic spine and core here. Three, two, and one. Okay, hinge and row. So it's gonna look the same seated here. All right, your feet are gonna be underneath your hips, right? You're gonna maintain neutral spine, maybe sit closer towards the edge of your chair. You're gonna hinge forward, row it, up, hinge, row, up, hinge, up, okay? Here we are, standing. One of our staples. Keep that belly button pulled back towards your spine. Remember, think of your lats as pulling those dumbbells up towards your pockets. Three, two, and one. Okay. We've got those jack presses. Okay. So 45-degree press up, tap, tap. If you're strong and you want to add a couple of your regular jacks in there with it, you can. Or you can just keep that heel raised. Instead of tapping out, you're just lifting each leg. And think of your heel leading that lateral lift versus the toes to get into the right muscles. This is an in-between to our taps, okay, and our full jacks. This is that in-between space. Heart rate should be going up here. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Woo. Round 1. Bow and arrow row. Okay. Deep breath. Taking off in 5. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Ten more seconds here. 2, and 1. Back to our hinge and row. Okay, seated or standing here. Feet are at the side. My knuckles are out to the side here. My feet are underneath my hips. Toes are forward. Here we go. Push the hips back. Good. Remember, we want our ankle to our knee to be that, our calf to be straight up and down. Our calf and shin should be straight up and down. The angle comes in our thigh from our knee to our hip, from us pushing our hips all the way back and our shoulders dropping at the same rate as our hips get pushed back. All right, so we want to think of our hips and shoulders as one unit working together. Three, two, and 1. Okay, we're going into that jack press. Remember, tapping it is level 1 with the toes. Heels up is level 2. And level 3 is peppering regular ones in, right? Ready? Here we go. So pick your level. Oh, and I'm sorry, if you're seated, we're doing our lateral taps with our press. This one's pretty intense, doing it in this mid option here. Definitely feel my heart rate elevating here, and I'm really feeling my shoulders and my side glutes. 10. Go at a pace that's comfortable for you. Okay, remember quality over quantity. 3, 2, and 1. Recover, just one more set, okay? Going back to that bow and arrow row. Let's get ready. 3, 2, and 1. Elbow and wrist, stay shoulder height, right? As we slide that elbow back and follow it with our eyes. Ten more seconds here. 5, 2, and 1. Okay, final set of hinge and row. Having our weights, knuckles out to the side, feet are right under our hips, toes are forward, roll our shoulders back and down. And here we go, we're gonna push those hips back, shoulders fall at the same rate. Row. Think about using your hamstrings and glutes to lift you back up to standing. Just 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Jack presses. Okay. Whew. Let's get ready. Last exercise. Here we go for this block. Remember, if you're doing the option that I'm doing here, you're thinking my heel is what's lifting up versus my toes is what's lifting up, okay? That way it targets the side of the glute we're looking to get into. Ten seconds. Ooh. 3, 2, and 1. My, oh my, okay. Well done with that one, guys. We have one more block that follows the same pattern, okay? So get your drink, recover here while I explain the third block. Reverse lunges, okay? So remember, you can hold the front of your chair, okay? The back of your chair, the back of your chair in front of you as we alternated our lunges. You could also just hold the side of the chair and do it, okay? You can do it without any chair. And remember your seated option. You need to imagine you're pressing something really heavy away with the heel of that foot, okay? You're kind of scooping to give you the leverage to push that really hard thing away, okay? After that, we are doing another hinge movement. We're gonna do a reverse fly, okay? So we're gonna hinge, fly, up, hinge, fly, up, okay? So now, I'm gonna show you from the front. Hinge, fly, up, hinge, fly, up, okay? So now that's gonna be working a little bit behind your shoulders here, okay? Still getting our hinge. After that, we're gonna grapevine. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. Remember, it's step, back, step, tap, step, back, step, tap. If it feels really complicated, just two-step it, okay? It's almost the same. All right? Okay, let's get started, guys. Lunges, where you're alternating seated leg press. We're gonna alternate them. Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. I'm gonna go for the option here with no assistance, but please feel free to work at the level that you're at, working on quality repetitions. Remember, we want that, it's the front leg we're predominantly working, and the whole foot needs to be on the floor. You need to be able to drive up through that heel. You know, I say it every week, but it's just one of the most important habits is to make sure you're setting up your foundation of the movement correctly. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Whew. We're going to go into a reverse fly to a hinge. Okay. So you can even do these body weight if you need to. Okay. Lighter weights here. And here we go. We're going to go back to our hinge, fly, up. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Grapevine or two-step. Okay. Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. Step back, step and tap. Step back, step and tap. Oh, back to lateral taps if you're seated. Five more seconds. We're back to the top. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Recover. We're back to lunges. Remember, set for set 2, you can always change it. If you want to do a set of seated leg press, alternating, and then a set of lunges, you can do a little bit of both, okay? Here we go. Like maybe 3 sets of lunges is too much for you, but 1 set isn't, okay? Work at your pace and look for your muscle contraction sensation in your glutes and your quads. Look for that contact of the heel on the floor and that front foot. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay. Going back to our hinge with our reverse fly. Okay. All right. So right here, I'll go forward this time with it. Here we go. Hinge. Lighter weights here. Think of working the backs of the shoulders here. Keeping that core engaged as we're hinged over and giving that fly. Almost there, just 5 more seconds. 2 and 1. Okay. Back to our grapevines or those 2 steps or our lateral taps if you're seated. Ready? And begin. Step back, step, tap. Have fun with this one. It's always fun to have a couple fun exercises in the mix. We've got just 10 more seconds here, and then we got to get through one more round. And then we're on to our finisher block. We're almost done. 3, 2, and 1. Final set here, okay? Back to those alternating lunges. All right, remember the quality is more important than the quantity, okay? We want to make sure that we're ingraining good, healthy movement patterns, right? Here we go. Come to the side. Go through your range of motion, okay? Don't think you have to take that back knee all the way down to the floor, okay? Go through your range. Remember, the most important thing is we keep that heel in contact with the floor, space in between our left and right foot, and we drive through that glute and search for that muscle contraction. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, all done with those. Final set, reverse fly and hinge with our lighter weight or even no weight, okay? Feet under hips, toes forward. Ready? Here we go. We're gonna hinge, fly, up. Belly button to spine the whole entire time. Think of the backs of your shoulders. Those muscles there is what's pulling those weights and arms out to the side. Ten more seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. All right. One more set of our grapevine, and then we're on to our finisher, which will move a little bit quicker, okay? Whew. Grapevine or double 2-step, 3, 2, and 1. Halfway through it. Ten seconds. 5, 3, 2, and time. Nice work, guys. Take a little recovery here. I'm going to explain our finisher block here. So 2 cardio exercises, 1 active recovery, no rest in between, okay? So 3 rounds, just like our warm-up, okay? It's a 6-minute block, or no, I'm sorry, it's less than 6 minutes. It's a 4-minute block, okay? And we're gonna start with one of our warm-up moves, our goalpost hinge, okay? This is our active recovery right here, all right? Getting a lot of hinging and shoulders today, okay? So that is our recovery. We're going to pair that with these 2 moves. We've got our sweep, shoot, okay? If you can, come up onto your toes. And if you can't, that's okay too. Just sweep it and shoot, okay? Or you can give a jump if you're very advanced, okay? Seated, you're gonna keep your feet wide. You're going to sweep, shoot, shoot, okay? Sweep, shoot, okay? And then our last one is our 3 count knee repeaters. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, back, back, forward. 1, 2, 3, back, back, forward. Okay? All right, and if you're seated, you're doing 3, and then 3. Okay? All right, let's get to it. We're gonna start with our active recovery move first, okay? So goalpost hinge, 30 seconds of each, no rest in between. Let's get ready and begin. Here we go. This is our active recovery. Doing this one body weight here, and especially after we did a lot of hinging sets with our weights, really try to focus and dial in on that strong muscle contraction in the back of the legs and glutes without any weight. Sometimes it's easier to feel the contraction when we're not sidetracked with holding dumbbells. And time, okay, so we're gonna go into our sweep, shoot. Five seconds here, then we're going into our 3 count knee repeater. And time, here we go. 1, 2, 3, back, 2, 3. You don't actually have to turn sides if you don't want. Back, back. Going back to our goalpost hinge in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Whew, active recovery. Hinge, extend, slide it back, up. Okay, so really dial into your hamstrings and glutes. Think of them lifting you up. Ten seconds. Then we're back to sweep and shoot. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, sweep and shoot. Sweep, shoot. Five more seconds here. 2, and 1, 3, count, knee repeater. 1, 2, 3, back, back. 5 more seconds, and we're going to hit our last and final round for today. 2, and 1. Here we go. Last set. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, sweep and shoot. Final set. Step it out and over. Shoot. Looks like we're picking up that ball, shooting the basket. Three, 2, and 1. Last exercise, 3 count knee repeater. Back. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and time. All right, nice work, guys. Ooh, take a moment here. Get a drink. Try to stretch from the top down. All right, so let's start with our neck and trap. Same thing, other side. Good. Back to center. We did a lot of work to the back of the shoulders today, so let's stretch out the backs of our shoulders by pressing down and over, okay? We don't want to be up into our neck or ear, right? So have that shoulder down and pull in towards your chest here. Feel that stretch through the back of the scapula there. Might also feel it in the front of your shoulder as well, a little bit. Good. Same thing, other side. Remember, not letting anything scrunch up towards the ear. Good. Just 2 more stretches here. We're going to do our forward fold against the back of our chair here. So now we're getting into our shoulders a little more, our lumbar spine, and also the backs of our legs. We did do a lot of work on the back of our legs today. Good, and then very gently and slowly work your way up. Then we're gonna sit for our last one here and do our seated figure 4. If you're advanced and you don't mind getting up and down off the floor, you can always do this one from the floor as well. You're seated, we're thinking of this lengthening through the spine, and then just, it's not much of a movement forward, and you feel that glute, okay? Perfectly fine to stay right here. Another option, if you're comfortable with getting on the floor, and you've probably done this one before at some point in your life, right? It's usually everybody's favorite, at least it's my favorite. Okay, so you can do this seated like I showed you, or from the floor. Okay, I just wanted to show you the floor option just in case that's something that, is not an issue for you. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the other side. You could always, if you feel like, okay, well, it's not an issue for me to get onto the floor and get back up, but it is an issue for me to reach behind the back of my leg. You can always grab like a rope or a belt, or elastic resistance band. Good. All right, guys. So I got those sides there. Let's go ahead and get a nice big inhale up. Palms together. Exhale to heart. One more time. Exhale, palms to heart. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's workout.